Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our Friday night here in the U.S. Chan class. We are coming to you from Lu Mountain Temple. This is where we started here in San Gabriel Valley, so the reason we're here today is because it's extremely hot in LA right now. And our Wei Mountain Temple has no AC, and I don't want my old folks and young folks to pass out. So for their sake, we're here because we have some partial air conditioning. And hopefully next year, I hope that we'll be able to upgrade our voltage at Wei Mountain Temple and add more air conditioners so that we can hopefully do our summer cheese at Wei Mountain Temple next year. So it's around May, June or so. Okay, so we do have time. But this is why we're here today, because it's getting hotter and hotter. And this heat here is very unusual because usually it's because of a lot of anger here locally. As a result, we bear the consequences ourselves. Okay, and so things like earthquake, we're able to reduce the evil in the area, so there's fewer and fewer earthquakes. But internally, we still are prone to fits of anger and greed. So that's why we still have a lot of heat and a lot of rain, tornadoes, and so forth. Okay, so that's life. When you screw up, then people close to you will have to pay the price. And this is something you need to keep in mind. Okay, what we do affects people around us, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, it's all the same. Well, so this is why people of the world, they don't realize the importance of the spiritual practices that we advocate, because it's you practice Chan, and if you improve, that's a sure sign that you're becoming a better person. You're not perfect. We're not asking for perfection. And your perfection is quite a ways for all of us, including myself. Okay? It's a work in progress. You should be more humble and realize that we have a lot to work on, and every little bit that we can improve makes a whole world of difference to the people around us, especially your family, especially your colleagues. Okay, and so this is where like when it's too hot, then we can't function, and so you have to find a middle way somewhere, or yes, we're going to have fits of anger, fits of greed. That's normal. That's the nature of our retribution. But most of the time, you should be able to control it and stay away from the extremes, because extreme is unbearable for everyone around you. Whereas when you are not you're more in the middle, then you are a lot more useful and a lot more helpful to others. All right? So keep that in mind. Yes, we are not perfect, and that's who we are. So your cultivation is about recognizing your extremes. Don't bury it. Don't try to pretend. that you're not angry, that you're not greedy. You don't need to admit it, but at least admit it. Don't need to admit it to others, but admit it to yourself. That's what cultivation is about. It's about you being honest with yourself. Whether others approve of you, like you, respect you, it's not that important. People who like you today will not like you next week, next month. That's life. Okay? But the one thing that's constant is beyond liking or disliking, okay, is that can you be true to yourself? Look at yourself. Look at your ickiness. This is what we teach you. Why we teach you Chan is to give you the strength and the skills to look at your ickiness and see if you like it. You like it, hang on to it. You don't like it, get rid of it. That's all. Questions and comments? There's no need to pretend. This is not a popularity contest where the one who's most popular, more popular wins. It doesn't matter at all because this we're not striving, we're not seeking. This is what I like about my teacher, Master Yong Hua. The one thing is stuck in my mind, even though he never taught me directly. I only read his teachings in English. And so one thing is stuck in my mind in spite of throughout the 4 years of my stay at his temples. And it's a big struggle for me personally because I really, really had, for some reason, zero respect for my seniors. I'm that arrogant. Okay, it's a mistake of mine to be so arrogant. But maybe on the other hand, it's because they didn't do much. They deserve my respect. My standards are very, very high. Okay, and so throughout the ordeal and the trials and tribulations of life within Master Yong Hua's temple, the one thing that I like also, and also it continues after I left them, is that the one thing that Master Yong Hua taught me that I really, really liked is that no seeking. It's stuck in my mind. No seeking to be liked. No seeking for fame. No seeking for profits. To this date, no seeking for anything. Whether it's temples, whether it's relics, whether it's more disciples, somehow it's never that important. I like that. All right? So I'm not saying that we're asking for perfection from you, but it's about looking at yourself and decide what's important to you. Okay? And what's important to you, does that increase your 3 poisons or decrease the 3 poisons? Okay? If what's important to you involves being more greedy, more angry, more stupid, then you're only hurting yourself. It's no one else's fault. This is what happens to people in the world when they're unhappy, when bad things happen to them. What do? They blame it on someone else. It's the husbands, the children, the bosses, the friends. It's only because they're weak. Unlike us, we learn to look at ourselves and correct ourselves. instead of blaming others and getting angry at others for bad things that happen to us. Why is that? If bad things happen to us, it's because we did something bad in the past. Remember the fundamental law of cause and effect? If you do something good in the past, then good things will happen to you. You did something bad in the past, bad things will happen to you. So if we're hot right now today, okay, it's because of our anger. Okay? The reason you're cool here today is because you're not as angry. All right? Questions and comments? Very simple. No excuses. Look at yourself. Stop pretending. You're only fooling yourselves. Okay? If you do it all your life, then you know what's going to happen? No one would dare touch you. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to look at yourself. Don't worry about what others think of you. Okay? It's not that important. When you get older, like some of us, you find out it doesn't matter in the end. Okay? Yeah. All right. Any questions and comments? No? Yes, I don't have a number red.
A Di Đà Phật, con chào thầy. Con có xem lại mấy cái thép cũ của thầy đó. Thầy khi lúc mà giảng pháp bằng tiếng Việt đó thì có người hỏi thầy là có người nói là họ không biết là họ thiền hay là họ chiêm bao gì đó mà họ có thấy Quán Thế Âm Bồ Tát, thì thầy nói là những người đó họ được phước rất là nhiều thì mới thấy được Quán Thế Âm Bồ Tát. Nhưng mà khi mà thấy như vậy thì cái phước mình nó bị mất đi. Thì con không có muốn thấy mấy cái đó, mà con cũng không muốn mất phước nữa. Tuy nhiên con mỗi lần mà con muốn cái gì á, tự nhiên là chuyện đó nó đến với con. Thì con nghĩ không biết cái đó có phải là cái phước hay không, mà nếu như vậy là nó có mất không thầy?
Amitabha, Master. Hello, Master. So I have been listening to all of several of yours old tape that you speak in Vietnamese. So there was a person. They say that I don't know if it is in a dream or in a state of meditation that they saw Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And Master said that to be able to see that requires a lot of blessings. And once you see a Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, you're going to lose a lot of blessing as well. So I do not want to see things like that. But however, whatever I want, naturally it will come to me. I don't know if I will lose blessing because of that.
Okay. When I said what I said years ago are no longer true. So don't take it literally. Okay? So I just talked for those people back then. Okay? And so it's true. It's not untrue that when you see Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, you dream about them, whether you meditate, see Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, it's from your blessings. Good things that happen to you is because of the good blessings that you created in the past that matured. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's why the principle is that good things happen today because good seeds in the past. Okay? As simple as that. And therefore, there's no escaping that. So you see, Guan Yin Bodhisattva is fair because it's a good thing happened to you, so because you did something good in the past. Now you're not doing well, you're unhappy because you created unhappiness for others in the past. Okay? That's just the fundamental rule of cause and effect. Applies to whether you're Buddhist or non-Buddhist. It doesn't matter. This is a universal law in the universe that does not require any judge. Okay? It regulates itself. You do something good now, in the future, good things will happen to you. You do something bad now, in the future, bad things happen to you. So you fast forward to the future, you hear, if good thing happened to you, it's because in the past, you did good things. Simple as that. So far, so good. It's not something you can argue and debate or need proof. Okay? It's your wisdom who should be able to recognize it. All right? And in particular, if you meditate, you don't see it, you don't disagree with it, is because you don't have enough blessings yet. So meditate some more, and then you see that it is so fundamental. The fundamental law of life is that good things begets good things now, begets good things in the future. Bad things now begets bad things in the future. No two ways about it. It's hard today because we were angry. Okay? Some of you have been very naughty, very angry, and I am suffering because of it. All right? So it's a simple thing. So that's why what did I teach you? I taught you this today is that you have to be true to yourself. If you did something bad, that in your heart you know that is not a good thing to do, okay? Then you know you should be convinced that in the future the seeds of badness there will mature and make you suffer. No two ways about it. So that's why you have to be honest with yourself. Dishonest people say, no, you don't understand me. Yeah? I misunderstood. It's not the case. In your heart, you know it's a bad thing to do, and yet you fool yourself into thinking it's okay. Then you're so stupid. Okay? You deserve it. Okay? So that's why meditation is not just crossing legs, not just flying for the purpose of flying and become enlightened. It's so fundamental. Meditation, Chan meditation, is for you to be truer and truer to yourself. Yes, I have a lot of disciples been with me for over 10 years. And I'm still teaching them, are you still true to yourself? The higher you go up, okay, the more skilled you are, okay, more advanced you are, the truer you need to be to yourself. Because you get up there, one mistake you make affects me. I have to suffer your anger. One mistake you make is so damaging because you have more power. Okay? So that's why it's a refinement process, self-refinement process. We keep refining ourselves and get rid of the ickiness in us more and more and more. Okay? And on the other hand, going back to your question, okay, when you refine yourself and get rid of the ugliness in your heart. Don't blame others. If others are bad and harm you, don't blame them. Can you do that? Instead, blame yourself. If you have wisdom, you blame yourself. You say, oh, I did something wrong. That's why I'm hurting right now. I did something wrong. myself. That's why I'm suffering heat today, because I trained the wrong people who are still very angry. The anger there manifests in this extreme heat. You remember when you angry someone, you direct your anger at someone, okay? Let me assure you, that person will feel heat. Anyone? Okay? And and that's why second part of the answer is that's why sometimes one in Bodhisattva need to show up and say, hey son, hey girl, calm down, okay? So that it's part of your blessings, where sometimes, even though you don't want it, Kuan Yin feels that it's necessary to come to you and say, it's okay, keep it up, okay? It's okay, calm down, and so forth, okay? So it's beyond than just I don't want it, or whether you don't want it or not. Sometimes it's the nature of the teachings and the help from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, okay? And so that's along the line, your question, the answer to your question is along the line of reduce your seeking. If you don't want those manifestations, it's a good thing. It shows you smarter. You don't want to use up your blessings for frivolous things, and that's a good thing. But don't worry about it, okay? If Kuan Yin Bodhisattva decides to show up and tell you something, it's because there's a good reason for it. Don't do it like this. Kuan Yin shows up and you look, no, go away, I don't want to see you. Okay, that is wrong too.
Là trường hợp của con đó là con mỗi lần con nghĩ tới cái gì đó là con được cái nấy, thì con hỏi thầy là cái đó có phải là cái phước hay không, rồi mình có bị mất phước hay con có bị mất cái phước hay không, ý con là vậy.
And if she says, if I want something, usually it happens, is that will I lose blessings? The answer is yes. Good luck to you. Yes, Red.
Dạ, con kính thưa thầy. Dạ, con kính thưa thầy, làm thinh văn với duyên giác có phải là bích chi Phật không? Với lại người mà mấy vị đã đắc thinh văn duyên giác rồi, tất cả có phải là về Tây Phương Cực Lạc hết không, hay là về một thế giới nào? A Di Đà Phật.
Hello, Master. So the people who's the sound hearer or enlightened to the condition, are they Prachika Buddha? So those sound hearer and enlightened to condition, are they reborn in the Western Bliss Pure Land, or they go to different world? Amitabha.
Question number one, yes. Answer is yes. They are Pratyeka Buddhas. Pratyeka Buddhas is a Sanskrit word that is a name for those solitarily enlightened to conditions or enlightened to conditions. Okay. Answer to question number two. Can they go to the Pure Land? No, they cannot go to the Pure Land. What they achieve is a small form of enlightenment. To go to the Pure Land requires Pure Land blessings. These people are not entitled to go to the Pure Land. They don't have enough Pure Land blessings to go there. It takes a lot of blessings to go there. So what they're in their spiritual practice, they were able to achieve certain state of mind where they can be at peace when they're suffering. they can simply meditate and the suffering immediately comes to an end. It's very important. So this is what makes them special as compared to us. They're able to end the suffering at will. Okay, and that's a very important skill for you to have. Okay, before you get there, you're able to handle more and more, increasingly more difficult types of suffering. See, life is this, folks. If you're at this level, you have to bear this kind of level of suffering. If this samadhi level here is higher, then you have to endure a higher, a more intense type of suffering. Higher level samadhi, higher level of suffering. Okay? Meaning that low level sufferings will not be able to affect this person that much. Meaning that, okay, give an example, a specific example. Okay, let's say that at this level here, okay, your level of suffering is equivalent to $1,000, meaning that when you have to spend $1,000, that's when you suffer. Below that, you don't suffer as much. I know you're not impressed, but that's my level. It hurts. It's not that funny. Okay, so what happens, meaning that at this level of your samadhi, you can take, if you suffer a loss of $500, you can take it. Is that clear? $10, no problem. That's when you go to McDonald's, no problem. But low-level people, when they go to McDonald's, they say, that's too much. They walk out, they're so upset. They say, my God, this, my life is impossible. I can't even afford McDonald's. Whereas up here, you go to McDonald's and you say, hey, no problem. I don't need $5 promotion of McDonald's. Give me a regular meal. You got that? Does it make sense to you? This is why your Chan practice shields you from increasing level of sufferings. That's the practicality of Chan. See, worldly people, they don't see that. They only see as Chan as some sort of exotic things where you see a man right there after work. Are you still working or are you still unemployed? Huh? You still working? So now what are you doing? Hopeless? Jobless? Uber? Okay. And now he's doing Uber temporarily. Okay, fine. But the point here is that, what's the point again? Where was I? Uber man, you distracted me. What? Chan practice is designed to help you build samadhi. And the high level of concentration of samadhi, the more suffering you can take. It's so practical, folks. It's real, folks. You can take more suffering. The more you improve, the more suffering you can endure until you reach a breaking point. So meaning what? This is the implication. If you're suffering right now, it's because you're at this level. You want to stop suffering, what we do? Don't blame it. Don't give it to Sangwok. Don't give it to your mother. Don't call your dad to complain. Dad, can I have more money? Mom, can you send me more money? No, you go up here. You see that? That's the real antidote you have in your life. Because if you stay at this level and like for me, $1,000, it really makes me suffer. You remember that? Okay. I have a lot of disciples. So it used to be like $10. Now it's $100. When I moved to Mountain Temple, $200 was my breaking point. I was watching the water bill, the gas bill, And then after a while, I went up to $300. And now it's $1,000. Okay? And boys and girls, don't you dare. Okay? So the point here is that you understand when you're suffering, it's because you're at this level. You want to end suffering, move up. That's what you have to do. Don't blame others. You can control your level of suffering. Okay? You are in control of your life instead of being a victim of life. Does it make sense? Does it help? Yeah? It's no one else's fault. It's because it's our fault. Okay? We're here, therefore we suffer here. You don't like suffering? Move up. So this doesn't bother you anymore. But guess what? Now it's 1,100. Yes, Carol.
Amitabha Master, I have a question about how to make a better decision or choice in our work. Just now, as you teach us, we need to be better and to be honest to ourselves. But when we during the work, we need to face others and need to choose to do some decision, which is not related to ourselves and also related to others' interest.
Yes.
So the best situation is we make the decision and everyone wins. But normally it's not the situation. We need to make some choice to make someone to get the interest and others lose. So even during some situations, we make the decision and make everything go worse.
Yeah.
Especially when the economics here now is not so good.
Right.
We need to face more challenge and challenge when we do the choice, when we make the decision.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes I think we do not have so much wisdom and even do not have so much ability. So I think we will not do any choice. We just run away to make ourselves feel better, just waiting the things develop as it is. But finally, it's also a choice because we do nothing. And also, I think we can't only we can't only choose to be some slaves of the investor, like who gave the money and we follow his interest. We only make responsible to him. So my question is, when we do during the work, when we do the choice which is not only related to our interest, but also related to others. What kind of criteria or path we should follow? Yeah, that's my question.
That's your question? And you expect me to answer in 20 minutes? You took you 10 minutes to explain your question, and you expect me to answer in 20 minutes. And then we have translate into Chinese and Vietnam and everything else. Okay, I can do that. I think. Your problem is too complicated. Yes, this is a fair question, but let me simplify it for you. Okay, we all have commitments. We all have obligations. Yes? Obligations to our family, obligations, and that's important. You know, especially people who have a family, we have an obligation to help our families. So that comes first. We have obligations to help ourselves. That comes first. Yeah? If you don't help yourself, you're not going to be able to last very long. That's why Chan is part of the helping yourself. Okay? You Asians should, well, I know your younger generation don't have this problem. The older generation, they taught to make sacrifices, especially women. All women is supposed to sacrifice everything for their husbands of a family and renounce their own family and slave for the husband's family, that kind of thing. Okay, that's a different generation, but that's wrong. Okay, fundamentally, you need to take care of yourself. And Chan is a fundamental way for you, it's the best way for you to take care of yourself. I can't stress this enough. If you want to take care of yourself, you have to do Chan. No two ways about it. Okay? And if you don't do Chan, don't blame it on your husband. Don't blame it on whatever. Don't make any excuses. You have to do Chan in order to take care of yourself. Okay? It's no other way for me to express that. You have to do Chan because that's your own responsibility. You don't do Chan, you are not doing a good job taking care of yourself. Doing Chan will help you take better care of yourself, in other words. All right? And after that, next circle is you have to take care of your family. You have obligation to your family. Yeah? Your parents, your children, your spouses, and so forth. That's common sense, right? We made a commitment when we have a family is that we want to commit to taking care of them, or we want to repay the debt of gratitude to our parents who suffer a lot on our behalf. Okay? So we want to do something for them. We commit to taking care of them, to help them. All right? That's priority number 2. Anyone disagrees? It's about you. What's important? You have to be clear in your head. Okay? What's important to you? You don't say, I don't do anything. You don't do anything, then you're not taking care of yourself. You see the priorities? You need to take care of yourself. You don't. It's no one else's fault. After that, next level is you need to take care of the ones that are close to you. Your commitment. For you, your boyfriend. Your family, your boyfriend, and so forth. Carol's a boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend. Anyway, your future boyfriend. You can tell it's so obvious that this girl. Boyfriend, single people are hopeless. You can't talk to them. Yeah, it's no way to talk to them, Sangwoksuni. They don't connect. Anyway, so you need to take care of your family and your close friends. Okay? The people close to you. That's a commitment. Okay? And then after that, you need to take care of your co-workers, your boss. You see the priorities? So it should be clear. My point is, it should be clear in your head. What are the priorities in life? If you have such priorities in your head, you will not tell me that you do nothing. You have obligations. Okay? So you say, so now we teach you to yield, not to seek. Yeah? What's a contradiction? That's why it's called the middle way. Okay? In our practice, the middle way is that, yes, we are learning to develop wisdom by not seeking. All right? But we cannot seek. You have 0% seeking, then we die. Okay? We're hungry, therefore we seek to eat. Anyone? If you're hungry and you don't seek to eat, you're going to die of starvation. That's stupidity. There's no wisdom in there. All right? So again, it's hello. You're welcome. Now we avoiding the heat. You went to the Wee Mountain Temple, huh? Victorina? Anyway, so we need, there's a certain hierarchy of needs, if you will. Okay, don't use Maslow, it's nonsense. Maslow is nonsense. Basically, you need to take care of yourself. You need to have a hierarchies of needs, and therefore, you always have obligations. How can you do nothing? You cannot afford to do anything. Does it help? Carol? She's again, yeah. Yes, good.
I think it's also the problem. Sometimes we need to do something, but I think if we do something, we always will hurt someone's interest. So it's also a problem.
What? What did she say? What? Repeat that, please.
If we do something, we will fulfill some requirement, but also I think sometimes it will hurt someone's interest.
So you're going to say, if I eat, like Master Yong Hua says, if I eat one hamburger less, it's because someone else has one more hamburger to eat. Something like that. So does it mean I should not eat any hamburgers so that everyone else has more hamburgers to eat? Nonsense. There's no middle way there.
For example, for the project I'm doing, I can choose to do the project or stop it. If we do the project, it means more investment and more risks. But if I choose not to do it, it means we need to give up all the interest, all the investment before. The problem is the invest is not only my effort, also others, for example, invest in money, cash investment, or others. So, for example, in this situation, when I need to choose, either I choose to do it or not do it, or do nothing, I think I will hurt someone's interest. So I feel confused about that.
Of course, there's conflict in life and everything. But again, I started by telling you about the fact we all should be clear about the hierarchy of commitments, obligations we have. We have obligations to ourselves. Okay? If you don't do it, you're going to get fired. You fail your obligation to yourself. That's no good either. You die. That's no good either. Okay? And then let's say you go to work, then you have an obligation to your boss and to your peers. Yes? Okay? If you don't do a project, then who are you failing? You're failing your boss, who signed your paycheck. So sometimes in that case, professionally, you have to choose between your obligation and your boss, okay, who needs to get it done, versus you not doing it, which then will help your colleague get better than your boss, which means that your boss is actually not as well off. Okay, you see, so you have to be clear in your head about where the priorities are. Okay, to me, very simple. Okay, when I choose to go to work, it's because I have an obligation to my boss, and also personally, for me, to work alone is not enough. I want to contribute. I'm committed. I made a commitment to the company, to my boss I work for, that I will try my best, okay, until I'm no longer expected to do so. To me, it's simple. This is a straightforward loyalty. Someone pays me, and with the unspoken expectation for me to try my best. And as for me personally, when I cash my paycheck, actually I'm saying I'm committing to you, I try my best. That's all. Very simple for me. And if I do, I commit to try my best, that means that it hurts my colleague, so be it. It's called competition. It's a healthy environment. You can't help everyone. That's the bottom line, Carol, girl. Okay? You cannot help everyone. You cannot make everyone happy. When you have a boyfriend, then you find out, you understand what I mean. You cannot make all the men happy. Apple is not that funny. Yeah, she finds humor in everything I say. It's not healthy. Okay?
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Anyone else has a question? Go ahead, Apple. Red.
Hello, Master. It dawned on me for what you were saying, easier problem and more problem. I just found out that I always seem to get some dreams when I have some new cultivation. For example, years ago at the beginning when I met the other temple, I saw a dream myself in a dream like hospital and like a bag of money, and it felt scary. And back then I also did something good for a month, and I was able to sleep well for like a whole month. Now recently, I'm going through the same thing. Like I remember what happened earlier. Before I did something, I replicated whatever I did before, and I got like a really nice sleep. I think maybe even better than before. And then yesterday, I also got into a hospital kind of dream, and my dream compared to the past one is a lot longer, a lot more extensive, and then it was scary. It was like blood, doctor, open hospital, and I think toward the end, there were 2 doctors with 2 bags of blood, and maybe me and then another person. I think something was we were supposed to get like cut up or something to do with the blood or squeeze out blood. Right. And then I woke up right before any surgery gonna happen, and I felt really scared. I woke up and I was like, oh, this is a really
look at this translator, the
bad
face is
dream.
like, huh? What is he talking about?
and it was like a really bad dream. So I was thinking, and then it dawned on me, Master. I was wondering, was I really going through my retribution of hell this time with the dream?
I have no idea, honey.
I am scared, Master. I didn't do anything bad yesterday other than sitting with Venerable Sensation, so I don't know where it came from. Thank you.
I also realized that after all this time, I can't help everyone. At least not directly. Don't dream as much, sleep less. You sleep too much, that's why you dream too much. Hey folks, this is one simple rule of thumb. In the morning, when you get up and you feel lazy because many of you are depressed, you don't feel like getting out of bed, you start to sleep more and you start having weird dreams like this one here. This is when it's a sign that you're oversleeping. Get up, go do something productive in your life. Stop dreaming. Okay? Okay. No question? No other questions? Hey, Apple, are you going to come back soon? I see Apple on the screen here. Yeah.
I will fly back next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay.
Yeah, next Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can meet you.
This Friday?
before you
This Friday or
go
next
to-
Friday? Wait. Let me be
Next
clear.
Friday. Next Friday.
Not this Friday.
Not this Friday. Not
That's
today's Friday.
one
right?
week, right? That's one week from today.
1 week left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you Chinese and Korean people, and Vietnam people always confuse me with your next and last and so forth. So next Friday is 7 days from today. Yeah? She
Yeah,
even know
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
13th, right? Yeah, September 13th.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. 13? It cannot be 13. Oh, yeah.
Next week.
Okay. All right. Very good. Anyone else has a short question? Yes, right here.
Dạ, A Di Đà Phật thưa thầy.
Why is many of you shaking like crazy?
Dạ, thưa thầy, con có bị hư thai khoảng 30 năm về trước. Và sau đó khoảng chừng 10 năm sau thì con mới biết, con giống như con mới đặt tên cho cái đứa bé trong bụng của con. Và cách đây khoảng chừng 5-6 năm thì có một cái người, nói chung là câu chuyện nó cũng hơi dài dòng. Thì có một cái người này thì nói với con, cũng như cũng quen, cũng biết về vấn đề đó rồi. Thì mới nói với con là con đã cũng như là đã đắc tinh văn với duyên giác đó thầy. Thì như vậy thì như nãy thầy nói là tinh văn duyên giác thì cũng chưa có về cực lạc được. Vậy thì con vẫn nên thỉnh cái bài vị phải không thầy? Dạ.
Okay, just no need to translate. In general, okay, when you have a miscarriage, then usually your child is still attached to you. You cannot go anywhere. Okay, and so you can always try to have your child. Actually, you can get a rebirth plaque for your child to give your child the blessings to go to the pyramid. So that's what I would do. Okay, and don't buy the nonsense of people telling you they go to the heaven, they go this and go to that. Usually they stick around you because they're very attached to you. This is what happens when at the point of conception. When at the time of conception, your child is drawn to you. It's actually sucked to you. It's very much a whoop. And the attachment there is very, very strong. If you have a miscarriage, okay, the bond is still not resolved. So that's why they're still around. Okay, so don't believe in all those fortune tellers and all those people who tell you, they go to the heavens or they have become sages and so forth. That's nonsense. No such a thing. Okay, if you're a sage, you don't need to come here and die in order to you become a sage. That's nonsense. Okay, all right. So usually your child is drawn to you so that you can help your child. They need your help. That's what it means. Okay? So don't listen to all the nonsense people are telling you nowadays. Okay, that's a lot of superstition, lots of nonsense. It's not how it works. We don't have a lot of time left. I have 2 questions. Can we postpone them to next week? Are they urgent? If the questions are not urgent, would you mind waiting the next time? Is that okay? Okay? Bring them up next time. Thank you, everyone. We stop here today.